Hi, Flick here from the Nerd Soapbox, and today I'm at the 2019 Pasadena Comic Con with a special guest, Kevin Thompson. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, good to meet you.
Good to
How
meet
are you doing, Flick? Oh, thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. How's your con so far?
It's doing good. It's doing good. It's nice. It's small, but it's big. It's one of those things. You got a lot of people in here, a lot of smiles. It's not too packed of people, where it's like 4 or 5 thick, and so people are bumping and grinding. Where it's nice. It's a good group.
So Kevin is best known to the Soapbox Gang. For working on such movies as what is it? Under the Rainbow.
Oh my gosh!
I loved that as a kid. Yeah. Yeah.
I was swinging from the chandeliers on that.
Oh, wow. And also,
literally.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, yes. That was my very first line.
Yeah.
Home again, jiggety-jig. That was my very first line. Yeah.
Home again, jiggety. What was it? Welcome, JB.
Good evening, JF. JF.
Yes. Home again, jiggety-jig.
Good evening, JF. There it is. It's the full line.
Well, yes, I love that. Oh, yeah. And of course, Star Wars, Return of the Jedi.
That's me. Yes, I was the Ewok that was going all over the place. I'm the swinging Ewok. I actually just need a little.
Ewok.
Yeah, I need a little martini in my glass. I'm the Dean Martin of the group.
Oh yeah. Okay. So all right. So your first movie role was it Under the Rainbow? You were a hotel guest.
Yes.
Okay. And so I'm assuming, because it's a fictitious account of the making of the Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
All right. So I'm assuming that you're going to be an actor that's playing one of the Munchkins in the movie.
Wow, you're quick. You're very good. Very good.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Kid,
all right. The one living Munchkin that was actually in the movie, Jerry Marin, he says this is all hogwash. It was didn't happen at all. He was 17 at the time. He's a middle Munchkin. He was the last Munchkin. He died just a little while ago. He was a middle Munchkin.
One of the lollipop kids.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
One of the lollipop. He could tap dance. So he was actually 17 when they started the movie. He was supposed to be. He was too young to actually be in the movie, but nobody. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was Chevy Chase like to work with?
Next question.
Ooh.
He was all right. He was. Well, if you ever watch a Chevy Chase movie?
Yeah. I love him.
Okay, then you'll love him. Then you love him.
Okay, how about Carrie Fisher? That's the first time you worked with Carrie.
Carrie was great. Carrie she was going through some different times, but she was wonderful too. She was I never really had a problem with her at all. I never really had a problem with Chevy either. It was just a different. You think of different people as actors, and so you get into their. You think of them as an actor, but then when you meet them as a person, it's a little bit different. Gotcha. And so everybody it's a long shoot, so you have good days and bad days. So some days Chevy and Carrie were great. Other days I wasn't so great. Because you're having a bad day.
Totally.
So it's just like in work, and you have your good and bad days.
All right. Billy Barty was in that movie too?
Yes, Billy Barty. Billy Barty was like a second father to me. I've known Billy since I was, 5 or 6 years old, and he was very good in that movie. He tried to be a little bit more tried to help a lot of the other little people around because he had been in, he had a 70-year career.
Yeah. Fantastic. Wow. Okay. So, all right.
Who was really fun was Mako. Joe Maher, Eve Arden, she was wonderful. Alan Arkin, Adam Arkin, Alan Arkin's son.
Yeah.
He was great. We had some great times with all these different actors, and it was a long shoot. We were the only thing working at that time. There was a SAG strike going on, so we were the only game in town. So everybody wanted to come on our show because we're the only ones people were getting paid.
Right. And then after the Under the Rainbow, you were in the film noir Blade Runner.
Yes.
Ooh, Blade Runner. Okay, and you were kind of a mechanical bear, like a.
Yes, I was a toy bear, but I had started as a street extra, and then I was one of the guys who jumped the car. The 4 guys who jumped the car, the stunt guys. And it was raining, and it's night, and smoke, and yuck. And then it was, it was not an easy shoot. And but lucky for me, Ridley Scott liked me, and he kept writing me parts, and I was very fortunate.
Wow. And you were a talking toy bear.
Yes.
Nothing worse than talking toys. Man, they creep me out.
Okay.
Home again, jiggity-jig. Good evening, JF.
Good evening, JF. So you don't hang with your own kind?
Oh, I love puppet Americans. Yeah.
But you said you think of mechanical toys.
Yeah, talking toys.
So you like toys with a hand up their.
Wow.
You didn't like the mechanical.
There goes our PG-13.
You like toys with a hand up their butt.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, next question.
Next question.
Wow. All right. Okay. So Harrison Ford.
Harrison's a great guy. He's a very quiet guy. He's just a low-key, great guy. Gets the job done. It's basically the best way of talking about any actor. If they're a good person, you come in, you get the job done, and you go home.
All right.
Just any day in work. You have fun, but everybody wants to go home and be safe. Nobody wants to go home in an ambulance.
Oh, of course not.
You know, we don't let. Harrison's done so many. What do you want to say? Action movies, and so he understands that. And he's got himself hurt quite a few times, but he doesn't complain. Heck, the guy crashed an airplane, walked away. That's a tough boy.
They played 8 rounds of golf.
Yeah, exactly.
Or 8 holes of golf.
8 rounds have been pretty long.
I've got a lot of golf. Wow. I'm a little nervous.
Okay, it's okay. Your glasses are fogging up.
Well, look, were you a fan of Star Wars before you got
Yes, I was. I was a big fan of Star Wars, so when I got into Star Wars, I was very excited. I was very excited to get in.
So, what stunts did you actually do? And you like swung from vines?
I did probably at least 75% of the stunts in Return of the Jedi.
Of the Ewok stunts.
Of the Ewok stunts.
Wow.
I was beating up stormtroopers daily.
In different costumes.
In different costumes, I wore 4 to 5 different outfits.
Wow.
I would get to work, have to have a light breakfast, and go right in and start beating up stormtroopers. Or at first, the stormtroopers start beating us up, so I was getting beat up that way, and then come back, and it's kind of like a Rocky episode. You get a couple of pounds in, then you come back and you hit them and stuff like that.
Oh,
so I do all this. I'm swinging on the vines. I'm getting blown up on different explosions. I'm hand-to-hand combat. I'm shooting arrows. I'm throwing spears. I'm hitting them with clubs. All sorts of different things.
Wow. Do you collect any Star Wars memorabilia?
Actually, I don't. I probably should have. I'm stupid. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
No little Chubba dolls or anything?
No. Chubba really didn't come out. I was not named in the actual movie. It all is Ewoks, and we're lumped in with the English and the Americans. The Americans work 5 weeks. You English work 7 days.
All right.
And they get the same credit as I do.
Whoa. And
in the movie, I'm all over the place. I'm not in the village.
Right.
Not the only time you ever see me in the village is when I swing into the village.
Oh, all right.
But they named me 20 years later. Kmart had a vintage catapult scene.
Okay.
And somebody brought me to a show like this and brought me the toy, and I looked at it and I went, it was the first time I ever saw that character in a toy. Because I looked for years, I think I was mad at the Lucas Toys in the sense of I did all this work and none of the toys were named after me. None of them had that signature slash, the white slash. And I was all over the movie. In fact, I was all over the movie. They had to keep changing my character and face masks because I was doing it so much. I was a gymnast in high school and college, and so I knew how to do all these kind of crazy things.
Man, okay. Weird Science. What did you do in Weird Science?
Weird Science. I am Chet the Blob. I'm it's that guy.
Yeah,
I'm the big pile of poo. I'm the puppeteer, but the actor Bill Paxton did not want to really appear in it. He didn't want to be in the outfit. He got a little claustrophobic. So then I became the puppeteer to do the voice. So I had to learn all of Bill's lines in one day and learn his cadence because it's Bill's character, not mine.
Right.
So now I have to be the puppeteer.
Yeah.
So I'm the hand up, Chet's behind. That's me. I'm a puppeteer, as you know, other puppeteers. Being a puppet.
Why did you sit on Placido Domingo's lap?
I said I was played a character called Kleinzock in an opera called what is it called? The Tales of Hoffman.
Yes.
And it was the first time that a little person had ever been in the opera, and so he was singing just amazing. It was just a part of the show of being sitting on the lap. We're at a bar scene, things like that, and it's just being that close to Placido Domingo was just amazing. You realize what type of voice he has. He's a nice guy. He doesn't know English that well. He just knows how to sing in that sense. And so he was a nice guy. I can't say anything bad about him.
Oh, do you have your own website?
My own website? No, I'm sure I'm on Twitter.
Oh, Twitter. Instagram.
Little man talks. No, I got to get on. Instagram.
And what's next for you?
Right now, I'm writing a book about my adventures of just being an actor, of playing all these different characters, and to see if people you read it.
Totally.
Well, hopefully I'll get it out. It's a different genre, and so it's different. It's a different.
It's a
beast.
nerd genre.
It's a different beast, and so
for nerds.
I'm not that. I'm
like
not
me.
that type of. Yeah, I'm not that. I don't know anybody in publishing, so I just have to find a different area. It's not the people who are in films and TV aren't in publishing, and so it's a different world.
Okay. And one last question. Can I get a hug?
Of course. Good to see you, bud.
Jeez, thanks for talking to us.
All right, well, take care, Flick.
Yeah, thank you.
All right,
Let's
bye-bye.
see who else we can find at Pasadena Comic Con.